Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I need to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakdash, the one is to Apostle GMS, and so I'll teach this to you. I can push this word with truth and sincerely. And today I'm going to go into a quick topic, man. Just going into how everything, hey, look out, go through, how you call it, just look at the internet, man. What's going on throughout the world. It's getting, man. It's getting. Hey, this is Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. See? Hey, a lot of people, doing some bugged out shit out here, man. But it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get to the point where these people are not gonna care. Everybody looks like that right now, but once it gets to it fully, these people are just gonna be losing it, man. Just look at right now. Shit hasn't really hit the fan. And these people are, how you call it, are bugging out, man. For the littlest things, people get put to death, get killed. How you call it? But he that shall endure unto the end shall be saved, because we're living in some evil times and it's gonna get worse out here, man. But those that endure to the end shall be saved, man. Ultimately the elect. These people are gonna have no protection. The servants of the Lord, they're gonna be protected. Now this is Luke 23 and 31. This is Luke 23 and 31. Because they're gonna get pretty hectic out here, man. This Luke 23 and 31. For if they do these things in a green tree, what should be done in the dry? You see? If they do these things in the green tree, what should be done in the dry? So it hasn't, how you call it, it hasn't hit the fan yet. All hell hasn't breaking loose. And these people are already losing them, man. So when it gets to the dry, when there's no foods in the shelf, water, bread, or you can't get certain supplies, those pharmacies, they're gonna be empty. These people are gonna go crazy, man. But this is all written since all these scriptures are written since the beginning, man. These are prophecies and they're gonna come to pass. This is Daniel's 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for thy children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since, and never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. It's gonna be a time of trouble that there has never been since a nation. That's how it's gonna get really bad out here, man. And it says, at that time thy people should be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. The elect and the 1/3, they're gonna be delivered, man. They're gonna be saved from all this, craziness that's about to happen, all these judgments, because these men fear the Lord, and staying stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, enduring to the very end. That's what we gotta do, man, because we want to get saved. We don't want to take part. We don't want to take no part of these judgments that are to come, man. It's gonna get really, really bad out here, man. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 15. It says, I'm gonna start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, destruction to the world. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands, man. These are all gonna take place, man. We see a little of this when, protests and riots happen, but it's gonna get really crazy out here, man. But this is verse 16. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. Straight anarchy, man. These people are not gonna regard their kings. They're not gonna regard the police, the military, the government, none of that, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. Talking about martial law. You're not gonna be able to go to this point A to point B, point C, and they might have it to the point you have to take, the chip in order to get to that other destination, man. Now this is verse 18. For because of their pride, and the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, because of their pride, man. This place is very prideful, man. They teach you to be pride. How you call it, prideful, man? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses for the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, man. This is what's gonna, take place, man. The love of many shall wax cold, man, in them times, man. Your neighbor who you used to invite all the time, or you have cookouts, this and that, hang out a lot, is gonna be breaking into your house. Trying to get your goods, trying to get your water, your food, because of the lack of bread, man. That's friends shall fight one against another, man. That's how your own family. Now I'm gonna get that. Now it says 2nd Esdras 6 and 24. And at that time shall friends fight one another and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear for them, those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall be stand still, and 3 hours they shall not run. Friends shall fight once against another, man. These are the times to come. In your own family too, man. Because of the lack of bread, because of the lack of the resources, the love of many shall wax cold. We're living in some evil times. And if you don't get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, repent and follow him and fear him and follow, follow his statutes, commandments to your best of your ability, you're going to get caught up in these judgments, man. So, with that, hopefully this video was edifying. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakadash, the one who's the apostle GMS. Salutations to you, I can push this word with truth and sincerely. Till next time, shalom.